This is Princey Seats channel, your preferred channel for most current and detailed content and information needed. If you are new, kindly subscribe and press the notification button for onward information. Thank God for Theobarth, it appears green signals are underway. Pay attention to this note.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. My name is Master White. Today, I decided to come your way. This is a quick one. Today being 10th of February 2024, just for you to remember this voice note. All I have said in Grant community, all happened one after the other. Don't forget it. We say what will happen and it all happens. If you follow the trend of things, you remember that I told you that a man's name will be on the television, on radio, and on newspaper, everywhere. Then before the disbursement will take place. And it has happened, despite that people don't understand the ways of God. That many thought it could have been Theo going to television, going to radio, announce himself. It's not Theo that will do that. It is his enemy that will announce him. At the end of the day, disbursement will now happen. And that is how God wants it. So that when disbursement finally happen, as is going to happen now, everybody will remember that a man that they once broadcast his name finally delivered a grant. There is no way Theo could have made time to go to radio, television, do everything after the disbursement. So God decided to use his enemies to announce him. Understand the mechanism. The truth is this. You know that they did what they did because they had that Oster Dawood came and exposed Ken Wakama. And after that expository statement, that communique, then people were looking for a way to cover up because it was on the air that Ken's name and signatory was not in the document. So the only way they could do that is to go to the radio station and mean the enemies of Theobarth. They went there to announce him. They didn't know that that announcement was divine. And I have spoken about it, that a man's name will be announced. It has happened. All I told you in Grant community happened one after the other. Remember I say disbursement must happen. And it will not take time, it will happen. And listen to me, follow the trend of things. UAG has come up and said that government has hijacked their money, that they don't have money again. I told you they don't have anything. They have put it on government again. They don't have anything. I want us to warn you, stop listening to a failure. Abochono is a failure. I remember when this issue of Abochono came up, he called me and told me to join him and fight his brother. I told him to pull back his sword. Look at the menace. Look at the mess. Look at what he's creating all over. People are listening to him and people are dying slumping. Abochono knows quite well that Theo has the money. Just because that he wanted to overthrow his brother and disburse money he never fought for. Just because he wanted to take over the place of his brother. And then it couldn't work out. Finally, his brother noticed he's betraying life. Because Abochono's life is full of betrayal. There's no truth in him. It's only you that pays attention. How do you listen to a man that is not in the system? If you want to know the truth of what is happening to anything, you go to the source of that thing. Not listening to an outsider who does not know what is happening in the inner caucus. Abochono is not in the circle. He doesn't belong anywhere. He has made his money. He sold his crosster. He's no more selling crosster again because he's no more in the system. He knows how much he made those days he was selling crosster. So now, no opportunity again. Nowhere that money is coming into his hand. And everybody has pursued him. So the only way is this damage control. He has become a damage factor. If you pay attention to any voice note of Abochono, then you're a failure. Because you don't listen to a failure. He has nothing to say. He knows his brother has money. That's why he was fighting for it. He told us in those days that there is money. And indeed, there is money. Abochono doesn't fight for what does not exist. It's because he has kicked off the system. That's why he wants to make sure that the money will not be disbursed. He keep talking nonsense. Stop paying attention to him to regain your sanity. Abochono, as I'm talking to you, is a failure. This disbursement must happen. I always say this. Abochono and rest of them, Theophilus gave them crustar. Dash them crustar. Master White, nobody has ever dashed me one crustar. Theo never gave me a crustar, not even 1 naira. I'm defending him because I know he has the money to disburse. And he will disburse despite the effort they are making to frustrate him. I'm telling you, the mercy seat of God is where that Theophilus is sitting. And this disbursement will happen. The last stage which they will do, which will take place, is this announcement which I told you. It has happened. They've announced him. When disbursement happen, all the radio station and television station will remember that the man they said he scammed the masses finally has disbursed the money. It will be to their shame. Stop paying attention to all of them. I told you that UAG is a failure. Ken Wakama a failure. Nobody paid me to be doing what I'm doing. I'm doing it because these are people, distractors. Detractors. They have nothing to offer. They cannot allow who has something to offer it. Look at what you has gone through. Even when he was in EFCC custody, they tortured him like nobody. The man suffered. We Africans, we are doing ourselves. Nigerians, we are doing ourselves. What you know you cannot be able to do, why not allow someone God has raised to do it in peace? Why? Why are we fighting what we know we tried to do and we couldn't make it? Somebody who came out to do it, why not allow him to do him to cheer it up? When Abochono was with Theophilus, he was a distractor. He distracted him left and right. I'm telling you nothing but the truth. It was when they left him that they began to progress. If Abochono denied that he was not among the hand that arrested you in EFCC custody, let him come and deny it. With all these lies flying from his mouth, he never meant well for his brother. But Abochono is not a factor. I'm waiting for him to reply me because he knows he has nothing to reply me. Nothing. I'm not a scammer like him. Let him pay those. If he said Theo does not have money, let him pay those he has scammed. Theo has money. What they will do is what they have done. They've introduced him, and God will follow that way. After disbursement, all the whole world will know that a man disbursed money in Nigeria. And that's what happened. Remember, all I told you happened one after the other. And I said, after disbursement, there will be fights. Serious fights. Remember, I said it. It will happen as I said it. You know, they don't know Master White. That's why I'm not after bribe. UAG tried to bribe me, it couldn't work. I remember when OCG was calling me. Everybody try. I'm not supporting Joe because he gave me anything. I'm doing the work God sent me to do. I'm not a pastor, and I don't even dream to be a pastor. But let me tell you, I'm standing like the voice of God, and I'm also standing like the prophet of the nation. I don't care. I don't care. But if you want to have your sanity, pay attention to